Hi there, everyone. I hope you are all doing good today on this Saturday. I'll just get our chat. Done it easy today. There you go. Wow. I think that's the fastest I've ever got the chat and everything all up. I hope the connection's going to be okay today. Let's see, it's still loading. Yeah, I think it's settled down. Hi, Sarah. If the connection's really bad, hi, Christina. Then I'll just move on to my phone and try it that way. I know that today, when I was Skyping my mum, the connection was really bad. So I don't know if it's just to do with the weather or what's happening. So fingers crossed it's going to be okay. And I get to chat with you today. Oh, it's coming right, okay, good. I'll try not to move too much because I'll end up all pixelated. Oh, I was just talking to one of my friends on Facebook about the weather. The weather here in Scotland has been the hottest for years, and all my grass is all turning, and all my plants are all dying, and I've never looked forward to rain so much in my life. I don't think. I can't wait for a really heavy rainstorm, and then I'm going to sit outside in my chair, and I've got my roof comes over kind of like this, so I can sit underneath and just watch the rain, and I'm looking forward to that. I never thought I'd look forward to rain as much. You just don't realise. And I know it's burning up everywhere else. Everywhere else in the world, it's absolutely burning hot. What's going on? Saying that we had a really bad winter, and they say that if you've had a bad winter, you usually get a good summer. You've had 2 heat waves, which is 90 or more degrees, for 4 days in a row. Oh, Christina, I know. See, trying to sleep at night is a nightmare. It doesn't help that I've got 2 Jack Russells currying into me. So I'm in my bed and I've got the fan on and I've got a spray bottle with water and I'm spraying myself with the spray bottle, and I don't even care if my pillows are getting wet or anything like that. I just don't care. And I just spray myself with water like that, trying to get a cool down. Hi, everyone's critic. Good morning to you. It's afternoon here. It's 2 minutes past 2 in the afternoon. Yes, so it's been hard to sleep with the heat. Oh, it really has. And another thing that's going on, it's just my area, and my friend just stays just in the next street from me. We were talking. The seagulls just now. The seagulls are going crazy. It's like that film, The Birds. I'm not joking. It's like The Birds. Seagulls are everywhere, and they don't stop. Even at 2, I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning, with the seagulls squawking and everything outside. And my friend had said that a wee seagull chick had fell into her garden. Oh, honestly, it's like The Birds. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Yes, I wanted to see if blondes have more fun. No, I've been gradually going blonde. I couldn't just go blonde straight from my brown, so I had to kind of gradually wean myself into the full blonde. But I wanted to do that because I'm an old lady and I've got silver, like grey hairs coming in, and with dark hair, it's very, very noticeable. So I thought if I go light, then you won't notice the. Thank you very much for liking my bow, everyone's critic. I thought if I go light, then you won't notice all the old lady grey hair. The Birds, do you know, Christina, I watched The Birds not that long ago. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or where I had seen it. And it's great to watch back because I remember as a wee girl being absolutely terrified of The Birds. It was the most horrific film ever, The Birds. And do you know the funny thing I noticed about it? Everybody's smoking. Everybody's smoking, and they're smoking in the pet shop, and they're, you know, you forget that back in the day, people would just light up wherever they wanted. But that's just something I noticed, you know, but it's really good to watch again. Oh yeah, Alfred Hitchcock was great, and I always like to spot him because he always done a cameo appearance in his films, and in The Birds, you see him walking at the very beginning of the movie. When she goes into a pet shop to buy some birds, you see Alfred Hitchcock either coming in or coming out of the shop, I can't remember. Yeah, smoking in cartoons and everything, Christina. I remember going into the doctor's and the doctor would be sitting smoking, you know, while you were in. Oh, do you hear my stomach there? My goodness. My kids can't believe it, you know, that the places you could smoke. Hi, Lala. Oh, you're a beauty, Lala. You are. Yeah, you could smoke everywhere. I remember smoking on buses, but saying that, my first, this is terrible. The first cigarette I smoked, I was 11 years old. Because back in the day, you know, we didn't realise how terribly bad it was for you. And we used to get candy, like sweeties, and it would be like in the shape of a cigarette with a cigarette. And, you know, you could practice what you were going to be like when you were smoking. See, to think about it now, you're like, oh my God. Your stomach's going crazy. It's really hard, Christina. But see, if you ever are going to quit, I've stopped now for 5 years, 5.5 years, something like that. And one of the main things that helped me, believe it or not, was patches and cross-stitching. I took up cross-stitching again, and I cross-stitched and cross-stitched and cross-stitched, and it gave me something to do with my hands because I used to roll my own cigarettes. So, you know, the whole cigarette paper and then the tobacco in the paper and then rolling it up. The whole thing was a habit for me. The whole thing with my hands, something to do with my hands. So when I took up cross-stitching, and that helped me so much. Because not only did it give me something to do with my mind, because when you cross-stitch, you've got to count every stitch that you do. You know, when you look at the magazine or whatever, your pattern, and then you follow 2 along, 2 along, 3 down, 3 down. So you're constantly thinking while you're doing it, but you're also doing something with your hands, which I think's very important. So that's my advice. Yeah, it's all about changing that habit. Yeah, Laura, I was exactly the same. I used to smoke, and right, I'm going to tell you how bad a smoker I was. I remember if I ran out of cigarettes, I'd be that desperate for a smoke, I would go about the ashtrays and open up the old cigarettes to get some tobacco out to make another cigarette. You know? So I've been there and done it. But the patches definitely took the edge. I was on I weaned myself down from the highest dose of patch, and it gives you nicotine like 24 hours. which I needed because I'd wake up in the middle of the night for a cup of coffee and a cigarette. So, you know, I got the highest cheese, and then I had them for so many months, and then I went down in level, and then down in level, and that helped. Between that and the cross stitching, yeah, and you do gain weight, Christina, but the weight gain for me, look, I've got a belly now, and I've just came to terms that I'm going to have a belly. Between the stopping smoking and everything like that, and then the hormone tablet I'm on puts on terrible weight, and another tablet I take puts on a lot of weight. But the cancer tablet is the most important tablet. So if I've got to be a fatty, then I'll just be a fatty. I've came to terms with it. I've came to terms with the fatness. So, but the good thing is, at night I used to wheeze myself to sleep because I've got asthma as well, and I shouldn't have been smoking, and I would wheeze myself to sleep at night, and now I don't, you know, I go to sleep silently. So the patches, lozenges, yep, a little weight is better than what's in these 6. I'll come. No, see, I'm okay because you see me from here, but the bottom half of me is pretty big. Got a big belly. But as I say, I've came to terms with it. I've came to terms with it's there, it's my belly. You know, I'm not trying to impress anyone or that this is it. Even if I was to meet someone new, I'd be like, this is the package. You either like it or you don't. I'm not even going to worry about it. And if I really want a cream cake or a blueberry muffin, then I'm going to have it. I'm going to do it. I never ever tried the lozenges. As I said, the patches, but you've got the E6 now. They might be good as well. But back in the day, I mean, everybody smoked. If you didn't smoke, there was something wrong with you. I remember going to the van, the ice cream van, with my friends and buying 10 cigarettes and a box of matches. And as I say, we were like 11, 12-year-old, and the van driver would be just giving you them over. You'd just say they're from my mum, and that'd be it. But that was back in the day when our cribs were all made with lead paint and stuff, and my buffering. Oh, I hope the connection's going to be okay. Oh, it's £600 life, Christina. Yeah, I'm not as big as that yet. See, you just never know what's round the corner for you. But no, I mean, and I feel for these people. I really, really do feel for these people in £600 life, because it must be horrendous. It must be. Oh, thank you, Seaside ASMR. I'm blondie now. I've got my Marilyn Monroe on. I love Marilyn Monroe. We stole my best friend's mum's 6 when I was 15. She caught us and gave us a good ass whooping. Oh, I think of Dr. Nowzaradan. I love him. Although he's firm. Oh, thank you very much. He's firm, isn't he? He's a firm man. But I quite fancy that. I don't know what it is about Dr. Nowzaradan. I mean, he's not the best looking kind of guy, but I think I've got a little thing for him. I felt a bit like Mrs. Doubtwater there, but I think I've got a bit of a thing for Dr. Nowzaradan. Don't even know if he's married. If there's a Mrs. Nowzaradan, I could be the Mrs. Nowzaradan. There's a whole lot of work that needs done here, Doctor. Yeah, he is great, Christina, because he does. And some of them are lying in the bed and they say, but I've got to eat something. I've got to eat because I'll starve. And Dr. Newsarden doesn't mess about. He says, you're 600 and something pounds. You're not going to starve. Oh, there was one guy, what was his name? James something, I think his name was James. Oh, and he was terrible because it wasn't his way, he was just a horrible, horrible person. Hi, Magenta. Oh, I'm glad that you joined me. No, he doesn't take their excuses. Hi, Lorraine. No, it was Steve. His name was Steve something. And he was just a horrible guy. And he was always trying to get morphine off the hospitals. And he was kidding on that he'd fell down on a golf. He was on a golf cart in this episode I watched. And my buffering. And he pretended to fall off the golf cart, and he was saying, "I need morphine. I need more." Yes, Stephen Asante, Laura. My goodness. As I say, I didn't like him, and not because of his weight, just because he was a horrible person. And he was. How much time did that boy waste getting the emergency services when he didn't need it? He was just wanting a fix. And Dr. Newsarden, I think he was just I think he threw him out. Did Dr. Newsarden not throw him out the hospital? That's why I love Dr. Newsarden. See, that's a bit of a turn on. He's got a bit of power there, old Dr. Newsarden. There's a few, and there's a few that I felt so terribly sorry for, and everything like that. But that Stephen, I don't even know what he does now, or if he's lost. He could have lost all the weight. I don't know. Does anybody know if he's lost any weight, or if he's still? I probably wouldn't know, unless it. See, I just watch it on YouTube. I don't see it on my TV. But I don't know if it's different if you're over in the USA. But he was a nasty bit of work. There's a few of them that were right nasty. But then there was a young girl, beautiful girl, and Shani. See, I'm trying to think. He's married. Is it Dr. Newsarden that's married, or that Stephen guy that's married? If it's Dr. Newsarden, that's all my dreams are crushed. Stephen's married. Well, see, I keep thinking there must be hope for me. There must be hope for me that Prince Charming's going to come down the road in a white horse and say, Blueberry, I absolutely love you and everything. Unless I go over to the USA, to Texas, Houston, to visit a certain doctor. I better not tell Mrs. Doubtwater about him. she'll be stealing my man. Well, good on him then if he's found somebody that loves him. You know, there's someone for everyone, I suppose. Maybe not me, though. I think I'm a hopeless case. Maybe now that I'm a blonde. Who knows? See, I like to experiment, and oh, there I put my earring out. And after losing all my hair when I was going through all my treatments and everything like that, I'm not afraid to just try it now. And so, as I say, I've been gradually weaning myself into the blonde. Oh, Clarine, thank you very much for that. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Look, well, I don't know. I mean, I've not had a man for, what, 6 years now, so I'd probably kill him. Thank you, Lorraine. You know, he'd be walking out my house with crutches, the poor man. I'll need to remember all this material for my next Mrs. Doubtwater. You know, maybe the butcher will go out her house with crutches, who knows? That would be funny, wouldn't it? That'd be funny if the poor butcher was to be seen going out Mrs. Doubtwater's house with crutches, the poor man. The whole street would be talking. Do I have a celebrity crush? Well, the first name that popped into my head is, well, I've actually got two people. John Travolta, which I fell in love with when I was a wee girl. Fell in love with John Travolta and loved him all that. When Grease came out, that's when, you know, I fell in love with him. And I still love him and Bruce Willis. Love the two of them. And girl-wise, because I do have a girl crush on Pink. I do. She's beautiful, though. I love Pink. She's such a... She's the kind of person that you could sit down and have a good conversation with, you know? Not just a conversation about, oh, your Versace handbag and, you know, who are you wearing? You could have a proper conversation with her, I think. Oh, Christina, that's fine. Oh, Sandra Dee. I wanted to be Sandra Dee so much. I had the blue headband and everything like that for Sandra Dee. And when I was a wee girl, I didn't realise how sexual Grease was, the movie. You know, it wasn't until I was older and as, you know, these innuendos, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Mr. J. You know, the bit that John Travolta is the Grease lightning scene that they're jumping about on the car, and he grabs it, we call it cellophane, I think. In the States, you call it saran wrap. It's like cellophane, and he rubs it against his crotch like this while he's on the car. The reason for that is back in the day when there was no condoms, that's what they used to use. They used to wrap their thing in saran wrap or you know, that stuff. So that was a bit, oh, John Travolta. Oh. He could put saran wrap round it any day in Mrs. Doubtwater's or my house, any one of them. Oh, cling film, yep. I mean, I had no idea that's what that was about, but after watching like how it's made and things like that, that's what it was all about. I was like, my goodness, John Travolta or Danny Zuko. Grease was extremely sexual. It's funny watching movies as an adult that you've watched as a child. Do you know what? I had no idea it was so. And when that what's her name, Rizzo falls pregnant, and oh my god, I could cling to John Travolta, Lorraine. I could definitely. I love him. I just think he's wonderful. And do you know what other film I love him in? Pulp Fiction. In Pulp Fiction, Bruce Willis is in it as well, which is another one of my crushes. And I'm like, I want to be in that film with the two of them. I'd be very happy. I would be very happy in a movie with the two of them. And Pink, put her in and all, then that's me. See, it's the blonde hair. What have I turned into? what have I turned into with the blonde hair and all this kind of stuff going on? Mrs. Doubtwater. Oh my goodness. Klingons. What is the sign for the Klingons? I can't, do you know? They're not. Is that the sign? Oh, Saturday Night Fever. Yes. Love that as well. I'm walking down the road with tins of paint. And he was, I mean, the dress, see men back then when they dressed smart and good and cool. And nowadays they've got their jeans pulled down, you know, and their boxer shorts are hanging out and their ass is hanging out and everything like that. Back in the days, men took pride in their appearance, you know, and John Travolta. See, I'm going to need to watch that now. That's what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to watch Saturday Night Fever because the Bee Gees, I love all of their songs as well. Mainware. See, Sean Connery is a good Scottish man, and I always had a wee thing for him as well. You know, when he was James Bond. Oh, what was her name? Should I not name the secretary, didn't she? Pussy Galore. See, I watched that film as well when I was a kid. That went over my head, that one. And then I'm like, and then Austin Powers, which I love Austin Powers, but when he was doing I can't remember what film it was. The woman was called A Lot of Vagina. Oh, that was hilarious. Mike Myers is great. I love him too. Oh, so funny. Oh, Saturday Night Fever. See, back in the disco days, it was great. Donny Osmond, yes. See, they were all good men. Oh, thank you, Dora, and hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yes, I'm blonde, and I don't know what's happened to me. My head's in the gutter, I suppose, today. We started talking about celebrity crushes, and since then, my head's just in the gutter. And there's a big fly in here. And the dogs are meant to be the fly catchers, and they're just lying there. Just want to see my babies. You can see my babies. Look at them. There they are. Rosemary is fine. I think I needed to get all that out. All that feeling there. I know. See, if I did say the fly really loud, they would wake up. See, on my screen, I'm all pixelated. It was like when I was phoning my mum earlier. It was just terrible connection. But the air, it feels heavy, as if it's just ready to thunder and lightning. I hope it does. Hope it does. I'll be sitting out there in the rain. Be wonderful. So that's my plans for after this. I'm going to have to watch, I don't know if I should watch Pulp Fiction or Saturday Night Fever. Maybe Saturday Night Fever. Not seen that in a while. Although I love Pulp Fiction, that's a fantastic movie. But it took me a few times to actually watch it. I think I had to watch it like 2 or 3 times before I get into Pulp Fiction because the scenes were all split up and everything. But Christina, you should watch it. You should watch it. But it'll probably take you a few times watching it to get it in sequence kind of thing. because they've got the end sequence at the beginning and the second sequence, you know, near the end, and it's all kind of mixed round. But it's a fabulous film, and John Travolta is wonderful in it. Oh, Lorraine, thank you very much. Yes, see, some of my hair went blonder than the other bits, so I'm not going to put more dye on it in case it just all snaps. So I'm quite happy with the way it is. I'm not touching it. Christina, please watch it. You'll love it. It is over 18, definitely, and there's a scene in it that I find very disturbing, an overdose scene. Bill, there's a few disturbing scenes in it, but that's, it's a good film. There is a few. Now I think there's quite a lot of disturbing scenes. Do you know, now I'm trying to think of the scenes in Pulp Fiction that aren't disturbing. Oh, Lorraine, yes, I know that one. Wild Hogs. Wild Hogs. Is that the name of it? It's hilarious. And the doctor that's in Scrubs is in it. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That is absolutely, I'll need to watch that. Hi, Elena. Thank you very much. It's Wild Hogs or something it's called, and they're all on motorbikes, and they all decide that they're going to go on a motorbike trip. It's just, and they go camping in the woods. And the doctor that's in Scrubs, the funny doctor that's in Scrubs, he's in it, and it's absolutely hilarious. There's a lot of bad scenes in Pulp Fiction, Christina, but it's such a good movie. Oh, Gravity, thank you very much for saying that. You've made me so happy. Yeah, Wild Hogs, I absolutely love it. Do you know, that might be my Saturday viewing, because I've not seen that in a long time, and I absolutely love that film. It's just great. The acting's great. It's a feel-good film, it's great. My favourite movie? Oh, Christina, that is such a... Oh, that's so difficult. I love Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks, because I'm a NASA freak, I'm right into NASA and everything. Always have been. My first word actually was moon. That was my very first word, moon. And since then, I've just absolutely loved stars and everything about it, NASA. And when Tom Hanks brought out Apollo 13, I just absolutely loved the movie. From beginning to end, I just absolutely loved it. And what's his name? Fred Hayes. That's Bill Paxton, and he passed away not that long ago. That was devastating for me, because he was my favourite, and I loved Bill Paxton so much, and I loved him in Twister as well. But they go for the ride. The lights. Mrs. Doubtfire's. Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire's favourite scene. Mrs. Doubtfire. I love that movie so much, and I love Robin Williams. And if you haven't seen Robin Williams doing a Scottish accent on YouTube, he does a thing where he's talking about how golf was invented with a Scotsman. And I think I peed a little, because it was just so belly hurting funny. He was terrific, and I absolutely loved him. And what happened was devastating as well, with him passing away. And I always thought when I had made my Mrs. Doubtwater character that I always hoped that if he was watching that it was okay and that he thought it was a nice character that I had made. But my favourite Mrs. Doubtfire, do you know, the one that springs to mind is where he snaps off the Mercedes. I think it's Mercedes or BMW thing that's on the car. And he snaps that off and he goes into the house and he goes, oh, look what I found. Someone's smashed this nut, and he's going, that's from my car. And then he comes out of the water. He comes out of the water and she says to him, oh, I can see it's been very, very cold. The water's been very cold. And then he flings an orange or an apple at his head. Oh, just that whole movie was wonderful. And Mrs. Doubtwater, in the back of my mind, is a distant relative of Mrs. Doubtfire. You know, I think the two of them would have gotten fantastic together. And yeah, when he throws it on, he goes, oh, look, it was a drive-by fruiting, dear. It was a drive-by fruiting. You know, it's brilliant. So, in the back of my mind is always there. But I love that film as well, very much. It's a lot of good films that I love. Christmas Time, It's a Wonderful Life, and The Bishop's Wife. Birdcage is fantastic. Yes, I love The Birdcage. That is so funny as well. Oh, Gravity Pull, thank you very much for saying that. That makes me so happy. I think they would have been great together. Can you imagine the mischief and gossip, the two? And the two of them didn't shave. I know that. I know that Mrs. Doubtwater doesn't shave, and I don't think Mrs. Doubtfire shaved either. So can you imagine the two of them out in the front with their bathing suits on? The poor butcher. Oh, I dread to think what would happen to the butcher. Oh, dear. 2 peas in a pod. Well, I'm going to go, everyone, now. And I don't know, I think I'm going to watch Wild Hogs, because I've not seen that in ages, and I absolutely love that. I love that film. And you know, do you know what to watch if you haven't seen as well? It's called Without a Paddle. Oh, hi, baby Kayla. I'm just about to shut it down. But Without a Paddle is another film that's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. You just need to watch Without a Paddle. I've seen that a few times, and it's just another feel-good movie. Yeah, up Shite Creek Without a Paddle. That's what it's like. Oh, thank you, Kayla. Thank you very much. Everyone said it's nice, so I'm happy with that. So, oh, you need to check Without a Paddle out. That is hilarious. Oh, Lorraine, thank you. You have a wonderful day. So I'm going to go and, do you know what I'm going to do? Take the makeup off, get my pyjamas on, and sit here with my cover over me and watch a good movie. That's how I rock on Saturdays. Thank you all for, thank you everyone. Thank you, Christina, for modding for me. And thank you all, you beautiful people out there, for stepping in and saying hello to me. You've all made me happy this afternoon. Thank you all for the nice comments about my hair. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all again in my next video. Love you all. Bye, everyone.